All right, if you're a government contractor, you already know DCAA compliance isn't just some box you check off. It feels more like a constantly moving target, doesn't it? Get it wrong and you risk a lot. Today, we're going to break down how you can actually master it in 2026, and we're going to focus on that absolutely critical link between having the right software and having the indispensable expertise to make it all work. So let's just start with the million-dollar question, the one that probably keeps a lot of GovCon CFOs up at night. When those auditors come knocking, is your ERP system going to be your best friend, or is it going to be your biggest liability? Seriously, think about that. The answer to that one question can make all the difference in the world. Now, to understand the path forward, we've got to take a quick look back. The compliance hurdles that popped up in 2025, they aren't just history. They have completely reshaped the landscape and set a new, much higher bar for every single person in this industry. Okay, so what's really fascinating is how all these pressures started to stack up on top of each other. First, DCAA started demanding real-time data access. No more waiting for quarterly reports. Then, boom, CMMC 2.0 comes along. That's the Cybersecurity Maturity Model Certification. And suddenly, your cybersecurity is directly tied to your financial compliance. On top of that, you've got this intense new scrutiny on every single indirect cost. And to wrap it all up, this massive need for rock-solid, verifiable audit trails. It's this perfect storm of demands that your system has to be built to handle, right from the get-go. So, how in the world do you navigate a storm like that? You need a system that's built for this environment, an integrated system. And that brings us to the core technology solution we're talking about today, NetSuite ERP. It's a platform really designed from the ground up to handle all the crazy complexities of modern government contracting. At its heart, NetSuite is built to tackle those exact pressures we just talked about. I mean, it's enhanced project accounting that gives you that super deep, granular cost tracking that DCA auditors now just expect as standard. Its advanced audit trails, they provide undeniable proof showing exactly who did what and when. And the integrated time and expense management, that right there addresses one of the most scrutinized parts of any audit, proving your labor costs are 100% accurate and allocated correctly. It sounds like the perfect answer, doesn't it? But here's the thing. We have to ask a really crucial question. In the super high-stakes world of DCA compliance, is just having a powerful tool like NetSuite really enough to guarantee you'll pass an audit? And the answer, honestly, is a hard no. Not by itself. A powerful tool is only as good as the expert operating it. And that is exactly where a specialized partner like Daston comes into the picture. Their dedicated NetSuite team is made up of experts who live and breathe DCAA regulations. They're the ones who take NetSuite from being a really great ERP and turn it into a precision instrument, finely tuned for compliance. Let's look at a real-world example. Take project accounting. Out of the box, NetSuite gives you fantastic tools for tracking costs. But Daston's team comes in and configures those tools to be GovCon-ready. They build out your work breakdown structure, that specific hierarchy for all your contract tasks, so that it perfectly mirrors DCAA requirements. Then they automate all those complex indirect cost allocations, so it goes from a generic, powerful feature to a fully compliant, totally audit-ready system. And you see the exact same thing with audit trails. Of course, NetSuite tracks every transaction. That's the foundation. But Daston's experts build on top of that. They create custom audit dashboards. Just imagine every single piece of data an auditor could possibly ask for, all in one place, ready at a moment's notice. They also configure all the user permissions to enforce a proper separation of duties, which is a huge deal for auditors. It's the difference between just having the data and being truly audit-ready 24/7. Labor costs can literally make or break an audit. NetSuite's integrated timekeeping is a massive advantage, but Daston's NetSuite team takes it to a whole other level. They implement processes for DCAA-compliant floor checks. We're talking about the actual verification of who's working on what, and they automate total time accounting. This makes sure every single hour gets accounted for and distributed the right way. It just eliminates the guesswork and prevents those little costly errors that can completely derail an audit. I really love this analogy because it just hits the nail on the head. You can have the best, most capable all-terrain vehicle in the world, but if you don't have a guide who knows that dangerous, winding, treacherous road of DCA regulations, you are still probably going to get lost or stuck. Daston is that expert driver, that expert guide. So, what happens when you put these two pieces together, the powerful tool and the expert driver? What does that success plan for 2026 actually look like? Well, it's all about using this partnership to make sure your company isn't just compliant, but that you're actually positioned to be more competitive because of it. And look, this is a truly comprehensive plan. Daston's expert NetSuite team handles the whole journey. It starts with the implementation and optimization, of course, but it doesn't stop there. It continues with proactive consulting, guidance on things like CMMC, the right training for your team, ongoing system health checks, and even expert data migration. The point is, you are fully supported, not just on day one, but for the long haul. It really is a complete partnership. So let's end with this final thought. For way too long, I think we've all seen compliance as just this necessary evil, a burden we have to deal with. But what if you could completely flip that script? What if, with the right technology and the right expert partner, your firm was so audit-ready, so streamlined and efficient that your compliance posture actually became one of your biggest competitive advantages? The only question left is, are you ready to make that shift?